All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Joe, what did you do? What did you say? Who did you call?
Who did pulled the plug here? What a sell-off in the market here. Holy mackerel. We're in the red by a couple handles here. In jeopardy of not making a new all-time closing high. Big tech rally cannot save the remainder of the market. Took out the pre-market high. Just kind of moseyed up to 39.70.75. Little, almost a 30-point pullback, 42.75, and trying to get back to unchanged here on the session. That's 58 and a quarter. That will be our bogey for the remainder of the session. Crude, that's down 67 cents at 64.72. Gold, that's up a buck at 17.30.20. You have silver going the opposite way. That's in the red by 30 cents at 25.99. And Bitcoin, basically where it was when we talked about it this morning, down $1,065 at 55,855.
Yeah, one of those days, like you said, tech is green, saving us in a way.
Yeah, Apple started to show some life yesterday and got as much higher than we're trading now, which is kind of a gap up. I know we had some good news on a price target or something this morning. That got up to 127.22, little too much. Yeah, Microsoft, that's added 378 at 238.65. Amazon trying to get back over 3,100. That's up 11.29, 30.27. Google up almost $32, and Facebook as well. So big tech up. Rest of the market not pulling its weight today.
Nope. But we've had a rather eventful day. We started off okay. We sold off hard for several hours. And then I don't know what you said or who you called, the PPP, the plunge.
Yeah, they had to come out. Yep.
Had to come in. You asked just before we came on here if there was any Intel news today. I didn't see any Intel news today. Why'd you ask that?
Because it kind of had an unusual day for Intel. We had talked about that pesky $64 level, and it gapped above there. I hate when that happens. 3 highs in that one area. Got up higher, kind of peeling back. So I just wondered if, there was some news that we missed in Intel. But good day. Getting back up to, over 65. Hasn't been over 65. Quite some time here. When's the last time we traded? We traded up to 65.11. This was back in June. So Intel looking okay.
What's had a very interesting day, eventful day, is that SPAC from this morning, FTCV.
Yeah.
We've talked about how these SPACs, man, I don't know, they're looking dead. I don't know. It gave back its good chunk of its gains in the pre-market session, and then boom.
Came back up though, huh? This is a little bit unusual, right?
This is unusual.
Let me get. Ooh, boy. So, maybe everyone was just leaning too much the same way, right? You got the pop that, hey, sell into it, and then some buyers stepped up here. So, boy, this thing hasn't only been around for a couple months. Good day. But just to see, we just got over $15, over 15.50. So that was a tough one, though. The only thing this one though is interesting. Like if you were selling this out of the gate, it didn't take very long to figure out you were wrong. Opened up at 12.70, 12.30 low, and then once it came back up to that open, I guess it chopped around quite a bit, but so far this was not sell the news pop. Maybe we're getting into a little bit different dynamic here with these SPACs. Maybe you need to have a little bit more patience when the news comes out.
Well, our own Chris Couch is noting that the CEO was on CNBC, but that was at 10:30. and the stock didn't start moving until an hour later. So I don't know if that correlation happened or if that was the reason, but basically from 11:30, 11:15 onward, the stock sort of never looked back really. Okay, what else?
Mitch Olson has a good one. He says SPAC to normal.
That's it. That's it.
All right, what else do we got going on here? S&Ps, man, they got the hops here. Back green on the session now by 4 handles. It was just kind of a lazy sell-off. Now that now we have a chance to make a new all-time closing high. Anything above 58 and a quarter. We're basically back to where we opened the 9:30 session. Opened at 63 and a quarter. Here we are trading 62.
What about Roblox today? Did you? I know you don't love these recent IPOs, but it's up 6.5%, and
it just kept on going. I thought maybe that 74 would put a little dent in it, and no, it just took that out with ease and kept on going. New all-time high, folks. Not many days of trading. But you do have an interesting area on the upside. You got to 78 today, and on the third day of trading, you got to 77.78. So boom, boom, 78. Green skies ahead. If it could get to 78, we backed off into the middle, 76 handle. And when's the close? The all-time closing high. We should improve on that pretty easily. I believe that all-time closing high in the short life of this issue was 73.90, and that was the day it hit 77.78. So Kathy gave it the boost the morning and carrying through. This one was not a fade.
Hey, you know who we haven't heard from for a while? Who we heard from today for the first time in more than a month? Our old pal Andrew left.
Oh, yeah. What was that stock he got going?
He got lizi going, which is, I'll be honest, before today, I hadn't even heard of lizi, Lizi. It's a Chinese audio platform.
And he said
he likes the stock.
He likes it. Yeah, he's not he's not picking on any stocks on the short side anymore after
nope,
that.
He gave it a $30 PT. He says it's part Roblox, part ServiceNow, part Clubhouse.
Wow.
LIZI.
Good day so far. I don't know if we have anybody actively trading this, but you do have a good level ahead of that all-time high over $60. 1566. That was your high on February 16th. And you got the 1528 today. Not a good sign that we've leaked $1.50 off there. So giving back some of those Andrew left gains. And I can only imagine he must have said this like around 11:30, huh? That's when it had that.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Spoos back to 58 and a quarter. Caught a cold up there in the 39.60 handle. So once again, battleground here at the all-time closing high. What else do we want to check under the hood for?
He tweeted at 11:14 a.m. Eastern time. There we go. Okay, question from chat. The question was from RAG. Asked if there's any news today on Lumen Technologies, LUMN. Not any news that I've seen today, RAG. Let's check
Lumen Technologies. Oh, winding up here. Winding up. Trying to get out of this area, down 13 cents, quiet ranges. Look at this. This is what you need here, RAG. 1457. That was your high January 28th. Last week, 1444. That was buffeted by a 1441 high. Need I repeat myself? 1450 is your area and quiet range today. You break out above 1450, you got to look maybe at the $16 level. Kind of a sleepy day, but keeping a close eye on 1450.
Reminder: we have a couple earnings tonight. Crowdstrike and Lennar are the two that I'm watching. Yes, we were just talking cybersecurity stocks with Tom Nash. Crowdstrike has had an interesting go of it since it got caught up in that. What was that hack? Whatever the SolarWinds hack.
Yeah. It's trying. I mean, you got to keep an eye. If you're trading this after hours, you got to keep an eye on 3 highs in the same area. 208.38 was one of those highs. 208.22, another one of those highs. Today's high, 209.10. So major, if you get a pop here, though, it's in the red. So they're selling this a little bit. Down $3 now, but if you get a pop up towards that 209, 210 area, just be aware there were sellers. If this rally off this 170 low is for real, a couple different things that we can look at here. One would be getting back half of this big old move. That would take you. Oh, look at that 210 as well. Oh. Boy, a lot of confluence there. The other thing that you want to keep an eye on, let's say you missed the 170 low. Don't fret. You got up to 209.10. So what's that? 39. Let's call it 20. So if it goes back into this 190 area, you also had a low at 189.50. I'm liking this 190 on the downside, 210, 209, 210, major resistance on the upside.
Joe, maybe you can pull up the cues for a second.
Okay.
And I just want to look at this within the context of the last couple of weeks or last month or two. We've gained back more than half of that.
Yep, we have.
Okay.
Yep, I drew that this morning.
Okay.
Geez, look at this. This has got a pesky area that got to there this morning. You got to respect 5 highs, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 highs in the same area. 24.45 is one of those highs. Got to 24.20 today. Intermittent highs at 24.33. So boom, boom. You hit a wall here. You hit a wall, 324.50 in the Qs. You backed off $3 from that level. So that's what you need. You need for another leg up, and things are pretty thin between 325 and 335, but definitely some major daily resistance in the triple Qs.
Franco just asked us about Skyworks, SWKS, which is we don't look at too often. Franco, we don't do price targets per se, but Joel can find a level. I can
tell you where it's been and where it may go, but I don't.
Right.
We don't do price targets.
So Franco's asking for like a shorter time horizon, like in the next few days. If you have a level that may stand out in the next few days,
I do. Yeah, of course I do. Let's call. Let's call it 187 for you. You had a high March 2nd, 187.31. You had a high on the first day of March at 186.79. So it's been up there twice, but you have backed off there. So I think before you get a good clean look at that 187 area, today's high, I'm not sure why you had this reversal, but now you got to deal with today's high, 184.34. I had that big number there at 187.
Oh, thanks for reminding me about Beyond Meat, Zach T. I meant to bring it up earlier and I forgot.
What's up with Beyond?
JP Morgan is ganging up. Well, actually, not really ganging up. They already had a sell with their version of a sell, which is an underweight rating. And today they lowered their price target down to 90, from 94 to 91. They're saying we are still bearish, the stock.
Man, hey, do you know what happened? Guess what happened on this day, Spencer?
Wait, what day are we looking at here?
January 26th, 21st, 26th.
I'm going to cheat. I'm cheating.
Don't cheat. Don't cheat.
Well, I just looked.
Take a guess.
It took me 2 seconds to look in the pro. It wasn't hard. I already looked. I cheated.
McDonald's headlines, right?
Pepsi. Yeah, it was the Pepsi headline.
Yeah. Yep. What a fade trade in that one, huh?
Man.
Whew, look at that. Wow. That was back in February. We'll see. I mean, you're not going to when it's tried to get off the mat. It had a low 125.87. You're $12, $13 off there. I don't know about Morgan. I mean, they're hitting it today, but you have distanced itself from the low, so it looks like it's been a good trade on the short side, at least for today. But 126 to 150, just 25-point move. Right here. Let's give it back half of it. And also you have all these lows at 137. Woo, look at that. 37.39, March 10th low. 37.08, or 9th was 37.39. The 10th was 37.08. Today's low, 137.01. So keep an eye on 137. That's a huge number for Beyond Meat. Haven't had any of those fake burgers or hot dogs in a while.
Huge level.
Let's see what else we got.
That's Dennis, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I just the way the intonation and the voice, I wasn't sure.
Oh,
but S&Ps, boy, what a struggle here. At that all-time closing price high, 58.25. So dancing above it and below it here, going into the final 14 minutes of the session. Let's take a look at
what do you
some of these secondaries that we had.
Oh today. Yeah, we had a few last night. We had oh my god, Nikola is who I couldn't think of. We had Nikola, we had Maxar, and we had CleanSpark. Those were kind of the three.
All right, Nikola, a little bit of a pullback, nothing to get all alarmed about yet. CleanSpark, I know that one had the number at 22. And guess what the low of the day is, Mr. Israel?
In CleanSpark?
Yep.
The pre-market low? Pre-market high?
I'm just talking about the from the regular set. Well, it did it in the regular session.
Oh.
Where's the offering price?
The offering price was it 22? Was it 20?
Yes.
It is, and that's the low of the day.
Wow, you don't see it that often, but people are trying to buy as close to that level as possible, and little bit of a rebound, 23.36. Got to get above that to get up there. Got a big old $5 gap to 28.61. Shareholders jammed on this secondary offering here in CleanSpark. What do they do? CleanSpark plugs, or do you know?
That's exactly what they do, Joe.
No, what do they do? Come on.
They're what are they? Like it's a solar? No, it's not. It's CleanSpark offers software and intelligent controls for microgrid and distributed energy resource management systems. So like kind of solar-y related. Yeah, right. It's like solar-ish.
And Mitch is telling us to take a look at RAD, the wild child of the drugstores.
All right, RAD.
Yeah,
still
can
around?
I jump in here? Look, this is interesting trade. When you look at this one, after I take a look at Walgreens and the other ones, it looks like I think this could be a COVID vaccine play. Maybe they're thinking these stores will have the vaccine.
Well, they do have it, not in every state. I know because I checked. But CVS,
is that what's going on here?
CVS, Walgreens,
look at that.
Right, they all have the vaccine. It's just not available in every state.
Does that stand out to you, Joe? Like it stands out to me?
I mean, Walgreens. I mean, you are never, ever going to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 day, 7-day rally like that in Walgreens, adding almost $1 a day. That is a very unusual move.
I hate this. This is the most obvious thing in hindsight. I hate.
Yeah, that's the way I'm feeling too, Spencer.
This is why I hate the market. This is it right here. This is the most obvious thing.
Obvious.
If the retail drugstores have a vaccine, then in theory people are going to go there, and in theory, if they're going to go there, they're going to also buy a snack or a Coke or whatever.
Right? I mean, you just got a shot. You want at least a Coke.
Hey, Coke and a smile.
This is stupid.
What a play, man. I wish I would have seen this 5 days ago, but
CVS too. Wow. March.
Dumb.
Yeah, this one's interesting. It's gotten close to this high. I don't know what happened to this stock on February 16th. Must have been earnings, but it clawed its way all the way back. 75.39, close, but no cigar. 75.21 yesterday. 75.21 the high today. Now, the bad news is that it stopped there 3 times. The good news is for this one is that it's not giving it back today, and it looks like it's still due to close over 75. So if there's one that would like to you're looking for more follow through, this is knocking on the door. All right, everyone's bringing up Peloton.
Wait, hold on. Before you
How
go
much
over
is
that,
it getting killed today?
before you go off Peloton, before you go off Rite Aid, who was it in there? AB, you're not wrong. Rite Aid, basically Walgreens bought like a lot of Rite Aid stores. They basically Walgreens paid a little over $4.25 billion for just a lot of Rite Aid stores. So you did not imagine that happened. Anyway, Peloton.
I let's see here. Down $4 today. Oh boy. I'd love to see this do a 50% retracement. Sure doesn't feel like it. The bad news is you put in a double top here. 118.12, 118.20. Now you're 10 sticks off that. That's not good. But the good news is that what was your low here? 94, that's easy. 94 to 118, right? So 18, is that 18? Or actually that's 119, right? 19 and 625, 12 and a half. This thing better hold in here. 106, 107. What's the low of the day? 106.20. That's the line in the sand. Maybe folks that think they missed, the little pop here and want to get back in. Kathy's been a buyer of this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a down day. So, hey, let's see what Kathy's up to. Get ready for that email. It's a candidate. She likes to buy on down days. And
sometimes the email doesn't come out, though, until it's like 8 p.m.
That doesn't, I know. So I know. Triple D complains about it. It's pretty funny. He needs some action.
Yeah, because the world, we all know, if you can't provide dentists with a trade, you might as well not exist. You might as well not exist if you can't provide.
Shorter term too, boy. These are wow. It got through yesterday's high 1275 and then completely puked, and then came down, took out yesterday's low, and now. Trying to recover, but keep an eye. Today's low. It's an important level for Peloton. PTON.
Keeping one eye. I don't on imbalances. I haven't seen any yet, but that doesn't mean they're not out. I'm sure they're out. I just haven't. I'm trying to find a number if I can. But it looks like we're just sort of hanging out. Like we are basically we're right where we've been in the SPY. We are unchanged on the day. We're down.
Yeah, just down a couple.
Couple cents.
What's Triple D's mood going to be tomorrow? He's always in a pretty good mood.
Probably pretty chipper. Even on days where he's getting smacked around, he's usually.
Oh yeah, you guys don't know how much money he's down sometimes when he comes on this show. It's so
hell, I don't know because it's not like he tells me.
You can, but and then he'll text me later and he's like, I almost clawed out my way out of that one, but sometimes his head just don't work out as planned.
All right. Muhammad Ali asked if we can do Datadog. Muhammad Ali, sure. We will look. I have not looked at Datadog for quite some time.
I'd say it's sold off.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
That's it.
That was a real Mitch. That was not a. I told you.
That was a real Mitch. That was a real Mitch. Yeah.
I tell you, I was one of the only kids, like in my second, third grade class, that was a Joe Frazier fan. Everyone wanted Muhammad Ali, and I wanted Joe Frazier. We all know how that ended up. Datadog trying to get off this sub 80 low. Oh man, you gave it a good shot today. People were looking at this high of 90.75, and they're like, "Come on." But no, it only got to 90.23, and now you backed off $4.50. What that tells me is you might not be cracking 90 soon, but it does give me an inclination to think that you went from 77 to 90. That's a 13-point move, 6.5. That gets you 83.5, 84. So if you thought you missed the Datadog, you may get another look at it. Monthly support too 80. That held up as the low back in November. Got a little bit below it this month, March, to 77.03, but not liking the fact that it backed off so much from that high. Viacom. Has Viacom
I can't look at this stock. I'm not going to pull it up. I can't look at it anymore. I can't look at this. Just tell me it's down. Just tell me it's down.
It's down 47 cents.
That does nothing for me. I can't look at this thing. I can't.
Why?
Because this is silliness. This is silliness. All these stocks, Discovery, Fox, Viacom.
Benzinga's pre-market prep show.
That's it.
I'll tell you, I do have a level for you Viacom traders out here. 94. 93.77. That was yesterday's low. 94.21. That's today's low. And then after that, let's say you don't hold on to that, right? You lose 94. You know where your next daily low comes in at? 85.88. So, man, if you are looking to lock in some profits here, keep an eye on 94, breaking the streak. How many? What is this here? Let's count this. This is impressive. 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3, 4 for 4, 5 of 5, 6, 7, 7 of 8, 8 of 9, 9 of 10, 10 of 11, 11 out of 12. It has been higher in 11 out of the 12 last sessions. Today, breaking that string. But we are marking down 94 as the line in the sand in Viacom. S&Ps. Boom. Boom. We lose that 58 and a quarter. Rocky session here in the final 15, 20 minutes. After sniffing the 60 handle, boom. We are in danger, Will Robinson, of breaking into the 39.40 handles. So that 58 and a quarter gave you a good number there. Just went few points through it. Now pulling back, but 94, folks. If you're in this Viacom, 94, 94, 94.
Question from RAG. If a Nasdaq stock is also in the S&P 500, does it get influenced by Qs or SPY? I would think about it as the other way around. It's not so much that the ETF or the index, whatever, influences the stock, but the stock influences the index or ETF. The answer to your question, RAG, is really just in which index does it have a larger weighting? But really, all I think is considered, the SPY and the Qs are highly, highly correlated. And so
there's not, how many stocks are in the Qs?
100.
Yeah, so yeah,
but they have a lot of stocks in common. They have like all the biggest stocks, right? So they're highly correlated. The answer though is it would depend on whichever index the stock in question has a larger weighting.
Exactly.
It would have
Kaylee says you wanted to short Viacom last week.
Yeah, remember I said the launch of Paramount Plus. This is part of the reason I can't look at this thing. Paramount Plus, what date did that launch? Paramount Plus launch date. Just Google. March 4th. I said on March 3rd, Paramount Plus is going to launch. This could be a good short.
Yeah. Nope. That is boom, boom, boom. We already did CrowdStrike, didn't we? Because someone has said we did CrowdStrike. I'll just reiterate. Oh man, 209, 210. That is the area on the upside, and then on the downside, if you think you missed the low here, I already figured this. I think it came in. Well, we'll do it again. You had a low at 169. So that's 79.89. That 40-point move, 20 off that. Ooh, 190. Keep an eye on that on a retreat. 189.50 was also your low on March 9th, but that is formidable resistance. Just above that's the 50% retracement. So that's what you're looking at in CrowdStrike. Bit out of favor since it hit over
man.
250.
Wait, we got a great trivia question for you, Joel.
Okay.
Why did Joe Frazier, get a walk-on part in Rocky?
I mean, do you guys want to give me something that's a little bit more difficult?
I think it's pretty hard.
Joe Frazier's from Philadelphia.
Nick Malucci. Is that correct? I don't know. I'm asking. Nick Malucci, is that right?
Yeah. Let's see what he says. There. That's easy, man. Come on, Nick. Come on. Even Abner would know that one, Nick. That was an easy one. But anyways, are we closed? We're closed for business here.
We're closed
on this Tuesday. It was a tumble Tuesday there. Boom, 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 boom. 51.50, trying to close above 39.50. Overnight, you got to put significance on that old-time closing high from yesterday, 58.25. So big tech up, market down on this Tuesday afternoon.
That's what will happen. All right, we're going to do what we did yesterday, which is Mitch and I just hang out with the news flow, the after-hours news flow.
Okay.
And we're going to let Joel go and just sort of watch these headlines come in just to give you some insight from the Benzinga news desk here. Earnings.
Earnings. I just want to say another good call. Look at Penn today. Look at Penn after that ad. Vavoom! Giving it all back, down 12 sticks on that one. Profit taking into the S&P.
I just had my times up from the news desk. I had my times up for the earnings report. Here we go. Crowdstrike estimated 405.
Go get them, guys.
See you, Joel. Smartsheet estimated between 405 and 410. Kodak estimated to be out between 415 and 420. And Lennar estimated to be out at 430. Those are based on prior reports. Alrighty. Let's just hang out and talk about market, talk news as it comes in. Let me bring up my Benzinga Pro newsfeed, and we can look at it together as the headlines come in. We'll bring on Mitch Hoch. He can hang out with us if he wants. Let's see what we got here. All right. So far, very, very quiet 4 p.m. news drop. Only a handful of headlines, and none of them are interesting. Yesterday, we had like 6 offerings after the close, and that was notable. Today, it is too soon to tell, but so far it is slow. There we had earnings from CRIS, Curious just now. They missed on their top line number, and I'm sorry, they beat on their top line, sales beat, missed on their bottom line earnings number. And let's pull up the stock. We can take a look. CRIS, that was the one. Let's see what's going on. I can't wait to do this during earnings season when there's actually volatility and there's actually earnings reports after hours. We're sort of at the point of the season where there's a lull. There's not much going on. So,
hey, there's always a trade out there, right?
Yeah. Do you keep a list of offerings on your site? Roger Millie is asking. I don't know what offerings. If you go to benzinga.com, let me go to benzinga.com right now. There's a whole section. See, it says it on the top right. It's kind of hard to miss. It says premium. You can go there. And these are all of Benzinga's premium products that we offer. Benzinga.com is, of course, free. And so we go to benzinga.com. You click on that orange button on the top that says premium, and that'll get you to hopefully where you want to go.
Did you see the horrible sale rating on FuelCell?
FuelCell?
Yeah, man. Someone came out
this morning.
I don't know if this is for,
Craig. Intraday. Was intraday? Craig Hallam?
It looks like it. Yeah,
Craig Hallam gave it a $4 PT.
$4, bro.
What?
$4 from 15 where it is right now. I mean,
Craig Hallam. All right. I see you, Craig.
He definitely getting brave there.
You can see when the rating came out too. Looks like it was this morning. We just were a little late on it, but yeah.
Oof, that's a turnaround stock right there. Some people thought that was going to bounce back with energy, but I mean, with that rating, you got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah. Good call. Good. I didn't even notice that one today. Great catch, Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of solar stocks got hit hard today. They pulled right back down, kind of to the support. A lot of people thought that solar was back. If you look, let's say SOL or SunPower, or or I saw another one that I hadn't really known about. iSun.
Saw that one today.
Yeah, so all three of them, like kind of going right back down to their support. But the industry outlook overall, people were expecting this industry to get re-hot again, as you saw that drive in late January.
All right, we just had Coupa software out with earnings. You can see the EPS, adjusted EPS may not compare to the estimate. COUP, Coupa Trupa, 17-cent earnings per share last quarter. What? Oh, that's your character
right there.
Versus an 11-cent loss estimate. Again, is either a huge beat there or it's not comparable. Sales, much more comparable. They beat that number, 163 versus $146 million. Also, some ample guidance. Props to Coupa for giving us quarterly and fiscal year guidance. You can see the Q1 guidance here for COUP. EPS well below the estimate. Yikes. Guidance or the estimate for the Q1 earnings per share was down at a 1 cent loss. They're saying, no, we're actually going to lose more like 20 cents a share this current quarter. Sales low above the estimate, so they're making money on the top line, not translating to the bottom line there. Here's the fiscal year earnings numbers, and that is still light on the earnings front, but at least a little bit more comparable, or at least closer. And so same as the quarterly, is the sales was in line or better, and the earnings per share was worse than the estimate. Let's look at the chart, COUP, see how we're doing. After hours, we got a pop, and we're just sort of, okay, we are up nicely after hours here. Can I zoom out? Let's zoom out.
I think CrowdStrike came in.
Easier to see, right? CrowdStrike's out. Yeah, 13 cents versus 8 cents. You can see at the bottom there, sales $264 versus $250 million. So a beat on the EPS and a beat on. Let me zoom in. I gotta keep zooming out. Where's my CrowdStrike? There it is.
Right there.
There it is.
EPS.
EPS beat, sales beat. That was for earnings. What about guidance? EPS beat for the Q1 guidance. Sales beat for the Q1 guidance. So a beat and a beat. And then another beat on the guidance. What about the fiscal year up there? That's in line. Fiscal year EPS guidance. What about the sales? That's a beat. I don't know what ARR means. If anyone, annual recurring revenue, could be. Could be. I'm not sure. Let's see the stock. Whoa, zoomed out a little bit too much there. Yeah.
Interesting with Microsoft with their quarterly dividend, 56 cents a share.
Wait, news is moving fast here. So wait, okay, so we're at 200 right now in crowd. Let's zoom out. All right, still well off those highs, obviously. Well, what'd you say, Microsoft?
Yeah, well, the quarter.
No, that's not new.
That's known. It's known. It's just more.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a good PSA though. When you see these headlines, right? Like Microsoft announces quarterly dividend of 56 cents per share. That's not. I don't think that's new.
It's just their press release.
Let me see. Right, they have to basically just like announce it or declare it every quarter. So that's what they're doing. That's not a new divvy, to my knowledge. I guess it could be, but you can even tell. Actually, that might be. Is that a new divvy? Let's check.
I'm paying attention to it. Let me look in the chart. See.
Let's check.
Well, the 5-minute chart at least showing a nice little bounce off that news. So interesting to see that happen there.
We don't have the dividend amount. We just have the yield. I don't want to do that math. All right.
Yeah, I might have to do the math for you.
I don't want to do that math right now. So if someone can tell me if that's a new divvy, I don't think it is. TD showing it was February 17th. Yeah, okay. So they're just declaring their dividend for the quarter. That's not. I don't think that's new. What else we got? Back to our news feed. Headlines starting to fly now. Every 5 minutes. For those who don't know, the news hits basically every 5 minutes. There's a new flood of PRs, right? So 4, 405, 410, every 5 minutes basically until like 4:45 is when it starts to slow a little bit. What else we got? What else we got? Let's go back to our newsfeed. Earnings, Coupa we discussed, Crowdstrike we discussed. Smartsheet, we didn't get that there yet. They're out. That was out. I'm lagging now. This is already out 3 minutes ago. We're getting to it now. EPS beat, sales beat for SMAR. They gave guidance that was a little bit light for the Q1 EPS. Sales guidance, which is okay for Q1 sales. Oh, wow. They gave guidance for fiscal 22. Okay, interesting. But let's put that on hold for a hot second, and let's talk about Virgin Galactic. Look at this headline here. Virgin Galactic shares higher after hours as hearing Truist Securities is initiating coverage for the buy. You can get a $50 price target. Let's go to SPCE, not a stock I have looked at in the last couple of weeks. There we go. Alrighty. We're moving off that. Go back to our 15-minute chart. 1 minute chart. So we are moving. We closed. What did we close at? We closed at 32.50, 32.68. So we're up a buck. This is the fun part. This is where all the news comes out right now. This is game time. If you're a news junkie, right? If you want to get ahead, like most of what we're talking about tomorrow will be coming out in the next few minutes, if it's not already out. Go back to our news feed. Always keeping one eye on this. Also, quick programming note. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, and we thought, what better way to celebrate St. Patty's Day than by just doing one long continuous stream. So if you've been watching our channel for the past few weeks, you know that we were doing continuous streams. Then we started doing separate streams for every show. We've been forwarding those streams, those shows together. But we thought, hey, you know what? It's St. Patty's Day. Let's just have some fun. We're going to do an all-day stream tomorrow. So we're going to start at 8 a.m. and we're going to stop at like 6 p.m. Eastern, right? We're going like 10 hours tomorrow. So that's the plan for tomorrow's programming. One all-day stream, and it'll just be continuous. That's the plan. Mitch, you're on mute. Did you know that?
The old mute trick. Nah, I was there. Autozone with a nice rip on the daily chart, not looking too bad. I didn't expect to see that.
AZO? Did I?
Oh wait,
wait. I meant to go to Smart and I forgot. Let's go to Smart Street. I forgot to go look at that.
Smart Street.
Okay, this is a 1 minute chart. Oh, come on. All right. I should have indicators up on here. If anyone here has an opinion, because I'm not really a technical trader, if anyone has any indicators they want to see on my charts, just holler. All I've got up there is price and volume. If you want to see RSI, some sort of moving average, just let me know and I'll add it. I have no preference, right? I'm not trading off of this chart right here. I use it just for informational purposes. So just let me know and I'll add whatever indicators you want me to add. Whatever's easier for you.
Yeah, I'm seeing mention that the kind of reopening sector that rallied on Monday, not rallying as much today. You can see CCL.
Yeah, we knew that.
AAL. A bunch of different ones. The question is that new tax and kind of will Biden kind of tax plan start coming into play and start hitting some stocks? So.
All right, so here's my movers tool. This is an after hours movers tool, so we can see, okay, what is moving after the market close, 4 o'clock onward.
You know it. I'm looking at it. I don't see too much on here.
What is CELC? What's going on with that? I don't even know that one. It's like no volume. Yeah, we can actually see what the volume is. The volume is Yeah, 11,000 shares. There's no volume in that thing. That's the thing.
Spencer's asking from Spencer, RSI and VWAP.
RSI and VWAP. Okay, done.
Boom.
I can do it right now, but we'll do it right now. RSI.
Oh, looks like Max R. Did he get a buy rating? Looks like D Train Choo Choo trying to tell us.
XR got a what rate? A
buy rating? I think that's what I'm seeing in the chat. Let's take a look. Let's confirm that.
Maybe this is Benzinga Pro that we're on. This is Benzinga Pro. Pro.benzinga.com. Actually, even better. There's a banner up on the screen. You use the code U247 to get almost half off your Benzinga Pro. That's what we're using right now. Okay, wait. They're saying Kodak is out. The
Kodak, biotech, crypto stock. Which one is it?
All of the above. Come on.
All the above, baby.
You know the answer to that question. See, I don't want to have to dig through the press release. The press release is in there. It's right here, but I don't want to dig through that. There it is in the news feed. Okay, they reported what? What is this random stuff? They reported operational EBITDA loss of $1 million versus a $13 million gain for the prior fiscal year. A net loss of $541 million for last year versus a net income, a gain of $116 million in the prior year. They had a cash balance of $200. I don't even know if that's good or bad. $196 million as of the end of 2020. Okay, let's look at the stock. I have no idea if those numbers are even. I mean, it sounds bad, obviously, right? But yeah, then again, we're in a pandemic, so. Okay, interesting. Oh wow! Now I got this VWAP and I got the RSI up. So much more to look at. So many more colors. So we're moving higher on that. We're certainly moving higher. Any more Kodak headlines that I missed? I just see the two.
So one thing I'd point out, and
wait, Jim Stock says the coupon code doesn't work. What? Are you kidding me? Don't tell me that.
No, I think what he's trying to use it is on a monthly. It needs to be that annually.
No, it is a monthly. It is a monthly. If you it's a month. It's 47% off. If you enter the code YouTube47, we'll get you 47% off the price of a monthly if you pay for 12 months. That's what I was told the deal is. YouTube 47, all lowercase. You want to do all capitalized. That works too. You want to capitalize the Y and the T. That works too. Jim Stocks is saying it hasn't worked all week. Oh, man, I got to get with the people on this. This is news to me, everyone.
All right, so I'm going to
apologize.
All right, guys. So I'm going to show right here, guys. These are the we're looking in the financials here of Kodak, and look how this net income. Look at the net income come from. It goes down. It popped for a second, right when that stock kind of popped, but then look at it. It's getting worse and worse. So at least financially wise and fundamentally wise, it doesn't look better here.
Okay, I got the clarification. Yes, what you said, Sean, was correct. It gets you 20% off an annual, which is the same as 47% off a monthly. So it does work. I just confirmed it with the people. I'm sorry, Mitch. I interrupted you. What were you saying? I totally interrupted you.
Oh, no worries. I was saying that I took a look here at the net income of, and you can just see it. I mean, we're not heading in the right direction. So let's just say it that way.
Okay, we are heading in the wrong direction.
With net income, at least, when it comes to that, I mean, you guys can see it here. Look at the income before tax. Look at all the other prior months. They were like, one was even in the positive. But on the 3 months, I guess, from March in 2020, but then immediately -4 and then -444. Something happened there, guys.
I want to clear this up, hopefully, because I guess there's still some confusion. Jim Stocks, you have to select the monthly subscription and then pay for 12 months to get the 47% off. That's how to maximize the code. A monthly and then paying for 12 months will get you just about half off. It's like a $2,100 value. You're saving about $1,000 on that. Jerry Watkins is absolutely right. Who needs income when you're an EV company?
Is that what they are now?
I don't know. I thought they're blockchain. I don't know what they are.
No, yeah. Supposedly, I think they're switching to EV now. You never know. You know how it goes. You know what? I really did get surprised though at the close when we were talking about it a little earlier.
What?
How easy of a trade we could have made on Rite Aid.
On Rite Aid? I know. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my God. These are the trades that I look for, guys. The ones that no one's paying attention to.
So dumb. So dumb.
That's why I start scrolling through charts. Just scrolling different sectors to see what's up, to find it, guys. You know, because I mean, hey, I don't think there's anybody talking about how
this is interesting
on Monday, maybe, or even Friday, being like, oh, well, vaccines probably are going to be coming towards your local drugstore. So maybe that's a play right there. Oh boy,
Kodak, watch out.
Oh, Kodak with the move.
Here we go, back down.
Who needs earnings?
That was a fun pop. Not anymore. You're done. Good night. You lose. Good day, sir.
I guess this is how my man Dennis makes his money.
We'll have to ask him. I don't know how.
I wonder if he made some money on that.
I mean, he probably. Well, let's see. How high did that get? What was the high there? Did it get to 10? Oh, it got to 10.08.
Oh yeah, he's that type. Just throw it out there, $10. If it hits, it hits. Boom, boom. Make that money.
Maybe.
Hey, that's also another thing. I mean, let's say if you were in this stock at like before the close, at like $9, and you are okay with getting out of this stock at 10. This is why you put a limit order out there, and you let it sit. Sometimes if you're okay with getting out at that price level, sometimes you will get those pop fills, and that pop fill could be your best opportunity to get out. You know, so
well, it depends. First of all, it depends when you place the order, right? If you're going to place the order before the close, make sure. I'm really not quite sure how because every broker is different, right? But if you're going to do that, check with your broker that your order will still execute after hours. That's the first thing. Second thing, if you're trading after hours, you have to know that there is no market. Therefore, there is no market order. It is all limit orders. You literally will have to just put in, like, throw out a number on the bid or the ask. And if you get filled, you get filled. And if you don't, you don't. That's how it works.
It's worked for me before, guys. I can tell you I've put out a order that I never expected hitting. And I looked down and I saw sold.
Oh, my God. Kodak. Back down. What was the close? What did we close at in Kodak? We closed at where's my
I think that's where I'm just gonna bring up where you go ahead and bring up the price.
We closed at 876. We're going right back there. We're right there. What a move. You had 2 minutes of fun. That was it.
Yeah, you got to be quicker than that, they say, you know. You got to be quicker.
You're really gonna watch these things. Wow, that was fun. That was a fun move, and it's over. Good night. Sorry, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Somebody bought that stock at $10.08. I'm sorry if that was you.
Yeah, this is why I don't buy the breakout anymore, the momentum breakouts, and I stay away from after and pre-market. The only times I'd get into the markets in pre or after is if for some reason I just want to dip my toes a little bit with very little sizing and then look to get into it the next day maybe, or maybe into the open. But really, I mean, it's tough. It's a tough market when you're in the aftermarket and pre-market. I know someone made a comment in the chat talking about how certain brokers have a trouble time with after hours limit orders. And I can agree with that. So that's why you have to know your brokerage and you got to know your platform. Because there's certain trades you cannot do on certain platforms, at least not effectively and efficiently. So you got to know what kind of strategy you're going after. And also if your platform supports that strategy. I don't hear this too often, Does your platform support your strategy? If your strategy is that it's worried about a cent or two, or maybe even 3 cents, then you do got to worry about your execution speed. But let's say if you're a kind of person that you're going for more of like a lower share size, bigger percentage gains, then 2 cents on 10 shares isn't going to do too much.
All right, let's go. Let's see what else we got as far as we got the cannabis insider show in 5 minutes. So let's do a couple more news items before we hop off here, Mitch. What we missed in the last few minutes? Anything new?
What we got?
Hey, my stock SJI, these are my initials. SJI just announced an offering. Okay, we don't care about that. Oh, hey, Mitch, this could affect us actually. YouTube to introduce YouTube Shorts beta in the US. We got to figure out what that is. We got to figure out what that is. I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna find out.
We'll find out. Someone just saying Fortinet was just out. Is that or no? Flint, FLNT. Fluent. Sorry. Yeah, that was out a few minutes ago. Looks like they beat and they missed. Beat on the bottom line, miss on top line. FLNT. We'll take a look at the chart. Fluent. Not really moving. How do I zoom out? It's a little better, right? Yeah, it's moving. I don't know why I said that. It's moving. But what did it close at though? There's light volume here. Look at this thing. It's so gappy, right? There's like gaps everywhere. It's not obviously after hours. There's very little liquidity overall. That being said, you compare this after hours chart to a stock like Space, right? I mean, look at that difference, right? The candles are much more fleshed out.
Mm-hmm.
So even though, yes, there's relatively low volume in Space now compared to an hour ago, it's still miles ahead of a stock like FLNT. It just means you got to be that much more careful because there's like, what's the volume? The after hours volume in this thing is what are we here? Why don't we even? Well, I don't even know where it is on my filters. I'd have to find it. I mean, it's not heavy. I can tell you that. It's not thick. It just means you got to be extra careful because if you throw out an order, you could really, really move the stock and not know whether you want to. Know whether you want to. Okay. Let's do a couple. Let's do a couple more, and then we'll hop off for. Oh wait, they're saying Kodak broke 840. What? It did.
Because people get access to the income now, and they see it.
Oh my goodness! Look at that, everyone.
Financials don't speak unless the earnings come out. That's just a lot of times what I see. We
closed here. We closed right here, right there, right. $8 and what? 76 cents. There's our close. We're 20 cents below that now. This is what happens. This happens every day. This happens every single day. That's the thing. Like, I'll be honest with you. I looked at those headlines. We can search Kodak, and I'll be honest. I don't even know how to interpret this. Like, are these numbers good or bad? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. But the market will tell me, right? The market will tell me. Market says not so good. So yeah, that's how I know. Okay.
All right, just to answer the one last question before we leave and switch off here, I did get a question by Super SPAC Man about BTAQ warrants. Yes, I would kind of agree with what you said here in the question. The question states, are they kind of sore because they didn't get eToro? I would definitely go with yes. Yeah, this one was one of the rumored of potentially getting eToro. So now the question is, what is the next acquisition they could potentially get? I did hear some names, but yeah, that could be why the warrants are down. But warrants are very, very volatile, guys. If you're trading SPAC warrants, then I definitely say you got to watch out both ways. You're going to get some big winners. You can get some big losers. It's just like day trading. If anything, it's kind of like the way I would compare it. Trading warrants is like trading leveraged leverage ETFs or something like that. Like it's something that you're trading. They're trading vehicles. They're no longer investment vehicles. At least for my case, what I've seen in the warrants, they go up, down, and all around. So definitely you got to be careful when you're getting into warrants. A lot of times they're going to be cheap too. So you're talking about something that you're investing in at $1 or $2. So a lot of shares. Be careful when you start doing those big share sizes. I know it sounds good because you make $5 on the plus side, you can call up the gain, but you can also have that downside. But at least always just do your own risk management and control your risk, have the plan, and then know when there's different kind of acquisitions that are going to come. You have to know the downside risk.
Yep. All right. Cannabis Insider is up right now. Everyone, please smash that like button. Thank you very much. How many likes are we at? Let me refresh, see where we're at. Not even, get me over 100. Love of God. All right. Cannabis Insider is up right now. They're talking cannabis stocks, and I want to hear what they have to say. They, meaning Elliot, Lane, and Javier Haas, who is our reporter extraordinaire. The man's got more contacts than anyone I know in the industry. So I'm going to hop off, and we got Cannabis Insider up right now. Everyone have a good rest of your day. We will see you tomorrow. We got after hours, too, with Ryan Rosbiani after that. So I'll see you tomorrow, though. Everyone, have a good rest of your day, and stay safe.